Welcome to the Female VC Lab podcast. I'm here at the Milken Institute Global Conference 2026. I have Emily here.
Yes, thank you for having me.
In one line, your name, your title, and the name of your fund.
I am Emily Fontaine, and I am the Global Head of Venture Capital at IBM, and we are CVC.
So what inspired you to become an investor, and how does one go about doing that?
Great question. I love building ecosystem partnerships. And one of the things that's fantastic about IBM is we're actually a strategic investor. We put not just money in, of course, making the investments, but we also drive strategic partnerships as part of that. And so we actually don't lead deals. We want to co-invest alongside top-tier VCs and come on that cap table as that strategic. So for me, the best part about being an investor is not only do I get to pick amazing companies that we actually invest in, I get to work alongside them to help them drive growth, partnerships, and really bring them to market.
How do you think corporate venture capital will impact the broader ecosystem of venture capital or be an addition to venture capital?
I love this question because over the last several years, corporates, strategic investors are increasingly more important. So they're key because they help drive those partnerships. They help drive growth. And recently, even earlier, Series A companies, they're starting to understand the importance of having a very diverse cap table.
Yeah.
So you need, you know this better than anyone, right? So you need both institutional investors as well as strategics. And those strategics are going to help you drive growth. And so that's what makes my job so amazing is I actually help to drive growth for these portfolio companies.
So what are you looking for in a portfolio company or even a kind of co-investment partner?
Yes. So let me start with a portfolio company.
Okay.
So I really have 5 key areas for selection when I think about these partnerships and I think about these investments. One, absolutely, is it strategic? Is it strategically aligned to where IBM is going? Is it strategically aligned to where the market is going? That's important. The next is the technology and the product. What's the moat? What are they doing that's differentiating themselves? The next is the market and the opportunity. And is there a TAM? The next, of course, is the founders. And when you get to the team, you look at the founders, you look at their expertise, what they're bringing to the table. But for us as strategic and not leading, we also look at all of the VCs that are sitting at the table or the other strategics sitting at the table. That becomes increasingly more important.
Okay.
And then we look at financials and we sure to do our financial due diligence to make sure we're making really great financial investments. So all of those that come together, those 5 key criteria, that's our approach to investing. When we feel really comfortable with those 5 areas, we know that it's going to be a fantastic investment. And that's how we do our due diligence.
Great. So what are you currently learning or listening to or reading these days, Emily?
I've gone to a lot of events. Every event I went to, people are talking about physical AI. And I'm really excited about physical AI because it's a space that is forthcoming. It's a space people are excited about. It's a space people are investing in. So I'm really excited about that. I think IBM can be a really interesting player within the orchestration layer, the governance, strategy, and security. All of those can be really interesting. So that's on the AI side.
Yes. But IBM has other things I know.
But I'm obviously going to talk about quantum.
Oh.
So I'm super excited about quantum and making investments in quantum. At IBM, we have amazing hardware. And so what I'm really excited about is creating an ecosystem around software in the software layer. So application, algorithm, all of those things are going to make it really accessible and adoptable for clients.
That's awesome. How do you see the quantum mixing with the physical AI? How does IBM
I think it's more about, so I would say it's more about mixing with AI in general is with quantum. And so quantum is basically the next level of compute. Right. Yes. And so you've classical, you've got Gen AI, now you've got quantum, right? They're going to play together. The algorithms, the machine learning, all of these things are going to be critical elements of that. And there's going to be more to come in the coming months, in the coming years as this evolves. It's a really fast-moving, exciting environment, and we're making breakthroughs every single day in quantum.
Yeah, quantum is still so early, like really early. But I think when it comes out, like more commercialized viewpoint, it will accelerate everything.
Yeah, and I really do think that you're going to see significant uses of quantum in the next several years. So we actually have 85 systems now that 300 clients are using. So we actually have real world use cases of quantum. That's just absolutely fantastic, whether it's Cleveland Clinic and what they're doing with atoms, whether it's the banking community, HSBC, JP Morgan, others, right? They're all starting to use this and experiment with it in a really meaningful way.
That's great. So here's the bonus question.
Okay, I love a bonus question. Tell me.
In 2 years, how do you see venture capital having changed or evolved?
Ultimately, I think the evolution over the last several years is there's so much money flowing to AI, right?
Yes.
We're going to continue to see that. And I ultimately feel if you do your due diligence, you're going to make great AI investments. I think you're going to start to continue over the next few years. We talked about quantum. Let's stay on that theme. You're going to continue to see strong investment in quantum now as we build that ecosystem really into the software layer, which I'm really excited about. And I think, hold on, I'm going to give you my hot take.
Okay, I need the hot take.
I think that, I don't know how hot this take is, but I think strategics are going to continue to play a significant role as they've evolved over the last several years to be even more important. I think the companies that the earlier they have strategics, the more successful they're going to be because they're going to then create those extremely important partnerships early, as soon as they have a product that's ready to go to market.
Great. So how do people contact you?
They can send me an email. They can send me a LinkedIn. I am always excited to talk to amazing founders. I always want to talk and create new investor relationships. And every single week, I'm talking to multiple clients. So in telling our innovation story, IBM Ventures is hugely important to driving innovation at IBM. And so they have lots of different channels to get in touch with me, but absolutely send me a LinkedIn.
Wonderful. So thank you so much.
Thanks for having me. This was amazing.
Emily Fontaine from IBM's Global Head of Ventures Capital.
Thank
Corporate
you.
Venture